Does the way you furnish and design your apartment determine if you are broke, comfortable, or rich? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chika, your interior designer and the creative director of Eunicon Interior. Before we go on, kindly click the red subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of the fantastic videos that we drop. So I saw this tweet the other day, of course on Twitter, and I want to know what you think, but I'll give my 2 cents. Now the tweet read, if you can't come down from both sides of your bed, it is either your interior design is wrong or you need to go and hustle. Sounds funny, right? But let's break it down. Because honestly, either of these may not be the case. Let's look at why it is nice to have and when the rules can slide. Then we can agree to disagree. All right, so it is nice to have when you are thinking of practicality and comfort, ease of access, particularly for couples, right? The ability to approach the bed from both sides allows independent movement without having to disturb a partner or disrupt their sleep. And of course, when making the bed, having access to both sides makes the task much simpler. Now, designers always strive to achieve balance and symmetry. That's why we place the bed centrally as a visual anchor. This symmetrical placement adds aesthetics and makes the layout harmonious. Now I'm thinking about safety or emergency use in cases where one side is blocked maybe by a nightstand, a wall, or a bulky furniture or something can feel very cramped and potentially hazardous when someone needs to get off the bed quickly. It could be an emergency case. I need to get up real quick, but you can't because this part is blocked. So that's one case where both sides is a plus. Now, but as I said, it is not a hard and fast rule. Here are other valid cases where single-sided bed access works just fine. Now, when working with small spaces can be very tricky, it can be tasking, it can just be a whole lot to deal with because you have to rack your brain to make sure that you maximize the space and make the most out of that small space. So in a small room or a studio apartment, pushing the bed against the wall just makes sense because it frees up more floor space for a desk, a storage, a sitting, or whatever you want to put in that space. So small spaces don't necessarily mean that the person is broke and cannot afford a bigger space. There are houses on the island and even abroad that when you see the size and hear the price, you can't just make sense why someone would want to pay so much money for such a small space. So the idea of needing to double your hustle because you can't get down from both sides of your bed doesn't really hold water. Now, for people who sleep alone or for a child's bedroom, what do you really need both sides for? Access from one side will suffice. I have a big bed, but I don't really get down from the other side because I sleep on one spot. I virtually wake up on the same spot. I get down from that same spot. So I could as well just push my bed to the wall because the extra access or the second access is virtually of no use to me. So I could as well move my bed to the wall if I need some more space for whatever reason. Now, design has to be functional and aesthetically pleasing. Now, there are certain intentional design choices like minimalist or some modern looks that might sacrifice dual access in favor of visual effect or some form of focal feature. Now you see that multiple things can determine what your layout looks like and where you position things in your space. There are design rules, but they can always be broken. So next time someone says your bed must be accessible from both sides, ask them, is that what I really need? Design decisions should be intentional. Don't just follow trends. Don't just follow what everybody says is the right thing. What does your space need? What do you need at the moment? Because spaces are designed for individuals, uniquely designed for individuals. Now, with these few points of mine, do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think about the tweet? I'd want to hear what you think in the comments below. And before you go, kindly subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you for always watching. Bye guys.